naive.
There's a thing that I want to talk about today, and I started off with in the first one as well. It's basically what I like to call the gentle art of not giving a bleep. And of course, not giving a bleep doesn't really mean that we're all going to behave like 15-year-old kids in puberty and going, eh. But it's about what they say in Australia is calm your farm. So how to get those voices in your hand aligned and stop worrying. Stop worrying. Don't build your business. Don't live your life with fears. That's the whole thing. And we talked about this a little bit last week. And I mentioned it earlier as well. And I grew up with, my favorite band was Queen. Freddie Mercury was my big role model. That's why I've got the moustache now. And no, that's just because I can't find my razor. But the thing, especially if you think about, and most of you most probably have seen the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. If you think about Bohemian Rhapsody, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's everything. It's rock. It's opera. It's all kinds of things. And they just didn't give a damn about it. They were like, "This is fun," and that's the thing. What is so important, especially when you are an entrepreneur, and the thing here, the overlap, of course, here is that you are your brand. So if you are a mess, or if you live your life by fears, your brand is a mess. Your brand is a brand of fears and not a brand of success, right? No one has ever been able to shoot a rocket to the moon based on we cannot do this. That's not how you get a rocket to the moon. It's by, that's ridiculous, let's do it. And another thing that many of you might know, her name is Pippi Longstrumpf. I think it's Pippi Longstockings in English. Someone said to me that she had a saying that was, well, I've never done this before, so most probably I can do it. And that's such a powerful saying. That's such a good way of changing your mindset. Like, it's exactly the same. You've never done it before. You are going to do it. So you don't know whether you're going to fail or win. So it's up to you how you approach it. Go for the win then. And 99% of the time, you'll get the win. There's a couple of anecdotes I have to give here. As many of you know as well, I once crossed the desert 4.5 months alone. No human interaction, and a lot of strange things happen when you are alone with your own mind and your own thoughts. And one of the things that happened was that I was cooking in my car. I had a car, that's where I slept in as well, and I was cooking some dinner, and I was grumpy. I was not just grumpy, I was angry. I was throwing stuff around, and then I realized, yeah, wait a second, the cooking is not going to get any better or going faster when I'm grumpy. And there's no one around me for thousands of kilometers. So who are you grumpy to? Who are you angry at? This is ridiculous. This is completely ridiculous. And that's a moment when I realized there's two ways of doing this now. Grumpy or happy. The situation is not going to change. Nothing is going to change. Just me. And this is what we talked about with Suzanne last webinar as well, right? It's just you. And this is why it's so important to calm your farm. Just to, and I love that saying, it's like, all that stuff going on there, but the situation is not going to change. And you have to just keep on going. And so I said to my grumpy self, you take the back seat from now on, and the happy me, the one that says, I've never done this before, so let's do it, I can do this, you take the steering wheel, because that is the only way we can get out of this desert. Because the grumpy me and the angry me makes mistakes. You start throwing things around, or maybe even, you know that moment when you get really angry and you break something that you actually really love, right? That's the angry you, and now it's broken. Well done, really well done. This is not how you're going to get out of the desert. Now, there was one other thing that happened. I was in the middle of the desert, and some of you might know this story, of course, that I got lost and I got bitten by a snake. So basically, I would die. The thing is, I didn't. Now, I woke up and I went, wait a second, I didn't die. Now I'm still sad and crying and everything, the whole world is weird and why am I doing this? None of that is going to get me out of that desert. The only way I can get out of the desert if I just keep on going. And the main thing I realized there is the only way I would not get out of the desert is if I would die. But I'm not going to die. So the only thing you can do then is go forward. And now we got our angry me and our aggressive me. We got that on the back seat. We got the happy me going forward. And that happy me is just a child, of course. It's a happy child. And this is a thing that we talked about in the podcast that I'm doing with some friends, is how my friends' children, the only thing they do is they jump puddles. Why are we not jumping puddles? It's so much fun to just jump puddles. Just let go of all the fears, let go of everything that's holding you back, of enjoying that moment. And if you think about this, if you have problems with calming your farm and trying to get that happy you forward, think about it, what you really need. You got everything. You got everything right now. All of you, I see beautiful houses there. You all have a webcam. You all have a phone. You don't even really need that, but you have it. The only thing you need now is just a little bit of money to get some food and live a happy life. All the rest is not necessary. All the rest is just completely made up by fears and by you thinking, like, I can't do this, or I have to do this, or I have to do that. And this is what I say, stop giving a damn about what others think, what others do. Do what you want to do. Go where you want to go, and you know where you want to go because you have that inside you, right? And then you see how the leadership starts there. You are the first one to jump off that cliff and have a good day and have fun and jump the puddles. And the rest say, you can't jump in a puddle because you're a grown-up. I don't care. That's the most ridiculous thing you can say. Because you're a grown-up. Really? I'm not a grown-up. That's where you go wrong. Get rid of those fears and living life to the fullest. And calm your farm. Calm those voices in your head. And this is what we talked about last week as well, last webinar. Go into nature and meditate and make sure that you are in control. And keep on doing that. Just calm your mind. That's the most important thing of this call. Calm your mind and enjoy. And your eyes will open up and you'll see the reality of this world, which is absolutely amazing.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. It's not about being selfish. On the contrary, it's breaking the chains that are not allowing us to spread our wings. So yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Amazing call. As usual, it's always a pleasure to have you here, guys. We love you so much. And we'll be back in 2 weeks' time for more open-hearted conversations. In the meantime, have a fantastic day. And remember to be
awesome.
Awesome!